Morning, folks. How's it going? I'm doing alright. Doing alright. I'm just listening to a podcast while I was cleaning the kitchen. Let me show you. There, Deep Natter. Is that going to focus? Not really. There you go. It's Deep Natter with Jeffrey Storis and Sean Tucker. I've talked about them quite a lot on my channel because their content is just, their conversations. I love them, and today they're talking about all sorts of things that are really resonating with me, including how Sean Tucker learned camera lighting from Zach Arias, because Zach was putting out all the information and sharing his weaknesses and his strengths, you know. And I learned lighting from Zach as well. I bought his One Light course, and I did practice a little bit at the time, but I've kind of gone off flash photography just now. That's not to say I won't ever come back to it, because it's really exciting and interesting, but yeah, right now I'm about the video stuff, as you've probably noticed. But yeah, the conversations those two have they're incredible. I resonate hard with Jeffrey. I think I'm the Jeffrey of the couple. And Sean's advice to Jeffrey is always right on the nose. And these are two guys probably about my age, you know. I think Jeffrey's a little bit older, not sure how old Sean is, but they're around the 50 mark, and both creators, you know. Jeffrey was talking about Substack, which he's just started using, and he was quite excited actually when he was talking about it, about how it's letting him do audio, video, it's letting him do transcriptions, it's letting him put out his writing. And I'm on Substack. I started it up, I don't know, 2020, when I was doing like the part-time YouTuber Academy, and I moved it over to Ghost. So my newsletter that goes out, that you might be subscribed to, I hope you are, that goes out on Ghost, and it's quite geeky. Now, I used to love the geekiness. I used to love coding, going into the back end on PHP and stuff like that. I don't love that anymore. It's just like, and with Ghost, when there's like an update, for example, recently there was an update to version 5, and I tried to update it, and it was like, no, errors, and I'm sitting in a terminal again, copying code from websites, and it's giving me errors, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to deal with this. So there's a guy that actually installed it for me, a guy called Dan from gloat.dev, I think it is. I'll put a link down in the Hingby if you're interested in checking it out. For $19 he'll do the upgrade for you. So I chucked him $19. I'd already spent a day trying to do it. With Substack, I wouldn't have any of that. Plus, I'd be using Substack's kind of back end. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe that's where I should be. I don't know. I do like the Ghost publishing interface, but I think having a company behind me with a platform might help a bit with reach. I don't know. I don't want to start moving stuff around again, do I? I might have a look at my Substack today. Maybe I could try both. The trouble is, of course, that a lot of the same people are going to be on both lists, because I moved my list over to Ghost. I don't know. Do any of you write? What do you use? You know, I'm quite interested to learn. The other thing with Substack is it has an app. It has an iOS app. Android is coming. This is what Sean was like, nah, I'm not using it till there's an Android app. I don't know why they do that. So that's kind of where my head is now, just filled with some technical stuff and some creative juices from listening to Jeffrey and Sean, just like always happens, because they're good dudes, you know. And they talked a bit about Stranger Things as well, which is right in my wheelhouse, because I've just finished it a week ago and loved it. And I agree with everything that they said about the aesthetic and how they've nailed the vibe of the 80s and how the 80s are cool now, whereas the 90s, it's maybe a bit too soon for that to be seen as cool. Maybe. I don't know. Could be right. I've not even had a sip yet. I've been talking all this time. Yeah, it's just as nice as ever. Just as nice as ever. So yeah, Freya's going away today. It's been really nice having her here, actually. Really enjoyed it and spending time yesterday watching Game of Thrones with her and Fergus. We binged the whole of the last season, it was very enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. And that little bit where, no, I'm not going to do that. What a show though. What a budget they must have had for that. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm going to crack on. I'm going to do my writing. Yesterday's writing was a bit of a damp squib. Interesting to note that I felt empty kind of after the gig. So yesterday was just a day of refilling the tank a wee bit, watching telly, reading a bit of book. I'll talk about the book I'm reading when I get to the end because it's quite good, and it's interesting how it ties in with the TV show that we're watching, so stay tuned to hear about that. I'll just say Spy Cops. There you go. There's a wee hint what it's all about. Right, I'm off to do my things, do my writing. Speaking of which, there's a fountain pen inking video just going up on my channel. You might have seen it. I'm not sure whether I'll do more of that, probably, because that's part of not caring about what goes out on this channel, about niching down and blowing up and all of that. This is just my platform, so I probably will do more fountain pen stuff because I know that Brad's interested. If you're watching this, Brad, that's what kind of inspired my inking videos to continue, so let me know if you like it. I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.